Welcome everybody, my name is Michael, and today we are discussing about Jed McCaleb, a Ripple co-founder who left the project and has cashed out more than $3.14 billion in XRP. It is finally over. And most recently, there was a news article about how he received over $1 million. What? Someone literally just sent $1 million for him to pocket, and it's not like he's poor. He's a billionaire, or at least multi-millionaire. So, pretty crazy. Think about that. You get a job. Maybe it's a startup job, whatever it is, and you get billions of dollars. Now, of course, you're going to be the co-founder, so it's not like you're an employee, but even the early employees of Ripple and all these smaller altcoins back in 2014, 15, 16, 17 ICOs, some of the successful ones, yes, there was always thousands of those who failed and went bankrupt and whatnot. But think about it. You spend 1 to 2 years of your life really honing in on your skills and just doing the best job that you can, and then you make millions of dollars. And even if you're not a billionaire, you can retire somewhere else in a cheaper country and be set for the rest of your life and build generational wealth. And that's why we're here, guys. We are here for building generational wealth, to be independent. Welcome to crypto land. Even though everything around us is falling, let's talk about Jed McCaleb and Ripple. This was one of my favorite projects back in 2017. Made some money, lost some money back in 2018 with Ripple. It is what it is, but I find it one of the most undervalued projects of those years. Now, right now, there's plenty of better projects, but it is still a good project nonetheless. Some people think it's a scam, I think the SEC did whatever they could to tank the project, and my real opinion is that XRP would probably be in a much better position, making tons of money for the founders, for the people investing in it, if it only was registered outside of the US. If it wasn't a US project, see it goodbye, everything would be fine. The SEC could do jack, they wouldn't be able to do anything. The problem with a lot of cryptocurrency projects and a lot of crypto companies, this is the same problem that Coinbase faces, and why Binance made a Binance.us and didn't want to mess with America. It's because regulation's way too tight. And even trying to start up an ATM crypto company, it's impossible here unless you have millions of dollars. And even then, it simply makes more sense to go outside of the borders. You're going to make more money, less regulation, more power to do whatever you want. So all the power to XRP. Ripple, woohoo! I had a client come in with a Ripple t-shirt a couple weeks back. Yeah, we have some supporters. Woo! It's one of the largest projects ever in crypto land, not too long ago. I mean, it's still pretty big, but it certainly has fallen. So let's discuss Jed McCaleb. Come on, follow me, children.
The all-time high for Ripple was $3.84 on January 4th, 2018. And I remember those days when everyone thought XRP would hit $5. There's still a lot of hope in XRP. However, we're probably not going to see anywhere near those numbers anytime soon. Definitely not over the next year or two. It would take a lot. It would take hundreds of millions of transactions to get anywhere near there. And right now, even though the transactions are great, it's nothing close. So if we take a look at the lows and highs, pretty good. Yesterday's volume is over $1 billion. Yeah, pretty decent market cap, 17 billion. However, even despite all this stuff, XRP has been at a very low price for the last bull run. And if we take a look at all the data, we see that despite the fact that it did go up a little bit, it did go past the dollar, it wasn't anywhere near where it should have been. So previously, when it did have this meteoric rise, this was insane. Suddenly from a couple, $100 million worth of volume to billions of dollars of volume, we're talking about, check this out, like 6.3, $2.4 billion, 6 billion. Yeah, this is crazy. The volume never got anywhere near there, and really, if it was like Bitcoin or Ethereum, it should have been, $10, $15, but couldn't even get to the halfway mark. So some people are saying, well, this is a bad sign if one of the co-founders was abandoning XRP. I think that it varies. He should have probably kept something, but he wanted to. You have to take a look at the whole picture. This guy hasn't been involved since Ripple with Ripple since 2013. This guy used to be a co-founder and dev for Ripple, and then he moved on to Stellar Lumens. And Stellar's doing all right. You know, it's not a bad project, certainly. It's a pretty decent investment. They've had some great times. If we take a look, over the past 8 years, he's dumped a lot. This is basically what a lot of corporations nowadays outside of crypto do. If you have a lot of stock as a CEO or one of the most important partners, you can't just dump it because that would crash the entire price. I mean, if you have billions of, dollars worth of tokens, that could move the markets. So they developed a plan that over the next 8 years he would dump, and he was steadily dumping a lot. And now he's essentially, removed everything except 196 XRP, which that's not a lot. He's got 188, 196, 34, so a couple bucks. And he's been averaging 3 million XRP sold. His 3-month average, 4.12 million. So, pretty decent amount of XRP that he was getting rid of. Quite often, you would see 4 million, 7.3, just tons of Ripple being sold. And it did have some effect on the market, but not as great as people expected it to be. And when we take a look at where Stellar Lumens is, number 26, it's still almost $3 billion market cap. And the fact that XRP, which had many people in it, number 7 at 17.3, Stellar is certainly not a bad project. It's not far behind. And when we take a look at Stellar, it's been doing pretty good over the past week. When we take a look at all-time data, you can see that, it had this meteoric rise, just like everything else back in 2017, but it certainly did a better job of rebounding than XRP. Now, whether that's good for investors or not, I think it's definitely a great sign, but it still wasn't that crazy. Made some money. It wasn't an insane project, but certainly for the XRP co-founder Jed McCaleb, he's made a ton of money. And if he wanted to make a third project, I'm sure he could just as easily do that. I'm sure this guy's going to be, he's got generational wealth at that point. He's able to do whatever he wants, and he's got enough respect that he's able to partner up with some of the best people in cryptocurrency to do whatever he wants. At the end of the day, this guy basically took a position. Yes, he became CTO, pretty high executive position, but didn't do so much work as to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And keep in mind that his 8 billion XRP, it's a huge amount. That could have been worth so much more than it was, $3 billion. So it's crazy. It's insane when you really think about everything and all the fees and all this stuff. He could have made a lot more money. Regardless, this guy's insanely rich, and almost all of the early founders in crypto are insanely, ungodly rich. This is huge amounts of money, and there's plenty of people that also failed and became bankrupt or whatever. But this is something that we're going to see time and time again with a lot of these large crypto projects. They move so much wealth that, of course, yes, the founders do deserve a lot of money. That's just how it's going to be. That's welcome to capitalism. So I think it's a good thing. He made a lot of money. All the power to him. He's able to retire, do whatever he wants, and he's a pretty young man. And at the end of the day, some people are going to say, oh, it's a greedy, scammy project. But when you really look at the tokenomics and what XRP does and who it started working with, it was one of the first crypto projects that didn't want to go to DeFi. They wanted straight up to work with the banks and regulators and all this stuff and make a ton of money. And that is where crypto is basically today. It's a lot of bank partnerships. And for setting millions of dollars, it was one of the cheapest and fastest ways to do it compared to old Bitcoin, and even Ethereum couldn't catch up. So definitely XRP is undervalued, but is it a life-changing project? Probably not. Jed McCaleb made a life-changing amount of money, though. So hopefully some of us are able to find an internship like that. You take on an awesome job and make millions of dollars. Remember, kids, number one way to become a millionaire in crypto is to find a crypto job and then invest in crypto, not the other way around. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And that's that.
Peace. Thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. Let's help me out because I want to get to 2,000 subscribers or else. So take care. Bye.